What's up, everybody? It's Jason, Zombie Collector. And now see, if you watched my first video, I was dropping stuff, and here I am doing it again, dropping cards. All right, so these are all wrestling cards. So if you're not a wrestling fan, basically AEW, you're probably not gonna like this video. I think these are all insert cards of some sort. First up is I think this is the Dynamite version. I can't remember. Or maybe Pyro. I can't remember. Of Alex Reynolds. This is an insert. Again, I've talked about this in my other video. Upper Deck is just as guilty as all these others to make the same card in 50 different variations. It's the exact same image. All they do is change the colors and the foil around, and then they slap on, some rarity to it by doing that. This is Stu Grayson, also part of the Dark Order. He is no longer with AEW. He left this past year. He's probably the best wrestler in the group, and he left, unfortunately. But the Dark Order kind of sucks, and I was never really a big fan of the Dark Order. Even when Mr. Brody Lee was there, I was just kind of like, meh. Next up, we have debut dates with Mark Henry, the strongest man in the world, the strongest wrestler, the strongest something or another in the world. This was a debut set, or a new subset. I think it's called debut dates. There you go. So there's that with Mark Henry. And then we have one of the Blade. Again, I think this is Pyro. Or no, maybe this is Dynamite. I can't remember. I don't know. But anyways, here it is. I like the Blade. His wife in real life is the Bunny. So there you go. And he's part of the tag team, the Butcher and the Blade. And then we have here one of good old JR. Right there. So as you can see here, it's a little bit better. The Pyro, or again, Dynamite, or whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I can't. It's escaping me. But so Jim Ross. Hall of Famer Jim Ross. And then we have QT Marshall, or this QT Marshall. So there you go. I like him. He does a good job of just making people hate him. So congratulations on that, because job well done. People usually can't stand him when they see him. All right, and then the last one when it comes to, I think, the Pyro is Keith Lee. This is a great looking image right here. I really like this. I like Keith Lee a lot. I like the stuff that he was doing for a hot minute with Swerve Strickland. But he just came back this past week. He had been gone. I don't know if he was out with an injury or if he just took some time off. But he is back, and he's going to be now probably getting into scuffles with Swerve Strickland. If anything makes you believe what the current situation is, leading the two boys to battle it out. Next up is a main features of MJF. And all these, I don't think I mentioned. I think I got all these for $1 a piece, except the 2 autographs I'll talk a little bit more in detail about. But everything else was like one schmeckel a piece. So yeah, MJF, probably the best heel, at least in modern time. Maybe dare say in the last, 20 or 30 years. I mean, the dude lives his gimmick. I mean, he does kind of go to the low-hanging fruit recently. Like, I can't really blame people like MJF, because aside from calling women like ugly and skanks and calling everybody fat, which is still apparently acceptable, you can't really get heat talking about anything else. You can't talk about people, the way people look specifically. You can't talk about people's, ethnicity. You can't talk about people's genders. You'll in real life you'll get in trouble. You can get canceled even though you're playing a character. It's your gimmick. You're not actually believing the things you say, but it's to be a heel, to get that heat, to get people to hate you. But it's so hard to really generate real response from people, because you have to be kind of careful. So he usually makes some broad generalization about the town being like, some, crap hole place, and, it's just a bunch of hillbillies and all that kind of stuff. And then he makes it a little bit more personal to the wrestler he's talking to, which kind of helps because it's directed towards an individual, and they've obviously worked it out beforehand, so he can talk about them, and they won't get, people can't get too upset because it's been pre-discussed or determined. But yeah, nowadays it's kind of difficult to get like true heat. So next up is going to be a handful of canvas cards. Now I love the UD Upper Deck canvas cards. This one here is Private Party, and that's actually Christian. I don't even remember this battle, but Christian looks like he's been through the ringer right here. If you can see, Private Party whooping up on Christian. So there you have Christian. I've got a few cool ones on here. There's Santana and Ortiz, and I think Santana has been out recently. I'm hearing rumblings that he may be coming back soon, but I think he might have initially left because there was a falling out between him and Ortiz. So there's that one. And then let's see what else is there. We're gonna go with one of my least favorite wrestlers, Sammy Guevara. Shout out to Scott over there, Scott's favorite wrestler of all time, of Sammy Guevara. And there he is. He's ready to put on some sort of I don't even know, probably some kind of neck breaker or something on Ethan Page. So there you go. But I'm a big fan. I will pretty much, there's two wrestlers I can think of that I don't collect their cards from AEW just because their gimmicks or their real life choices are just at odds at my personal, lifestyle choices myself. So I collect everybody's card aside from two individuals. And so even though Sammy Guevara has turn off the TV heat, I still appreciate him as a wrestler, and his moral character is in question, but that's not really why. But so there's sometimes you'll see that I don't get the whole sets they're going to be incomplete because there's a couple of wrestlers on the AEW roster that I just don't support. So sometimes I'll say these sets are complete, I've completed them, but not technically, because technically I have to have them all. But it's completed in my world. It's completed. Next up is Ricky Starks right here, the former FTW champion. It looks like he's stepping on Brian Pillman Jr. maybe. I mean, it feels like a lifetime ago when this was the FTW champion. Hook now's the FTW champion. He's no longer hooked up with Brian Cage. He's no longer with Powerhouse Hobbs. They've both had falling outs. He's now having matches with Jericho Appreciation Society and that whole thing. So that's been going on. Then we have Thunder Rosa doing some chair shots right here. That's at Daly's place right there, it looks like. I can't tell who that is on the ground. It might be Britt Baker. I think that might be Britt there on the ground. I'm not for sure. It kind of looks like her a little bit. But there you go. Thunder Rosa apparently now went to commentary for the Spanish audience. I heard that she may be coming back, but there's some stuff that's been going on in the locker room with her previously. She has some heat, as they like to say. But I think some of it's been worked out or worked through, so she may be coming back after her injury. There's Thunder Rosa. I like Thunder Rosa. I like her as a wrestler. I think she's pretty good. And I think she's definitely a heck of a wrestler. But apparently she works pretty stiff, which, it is what it is. Next up is Jamie Hayter. And I'm a huge fan of Jamie Hayter. I never heard of her before she came to AEW. I know she had done stuff in Japan. She's originally from England. But I really like her a whole lot. And let's see here. She's from Southampton, England. There you go. Born in 1995. Her birthday's coming up here. It's in April. But anyways, I'm a big fan of Jamie Hayter. She is now currently the AEW Women's World Champ. And she has Ruby Soho there in a headlock. So there you go. With Bryce Remsburg back there peeping around. And then one of my favorite wrestlers also currently going is Jade Cargill. She's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm a huge fan of Jade Cargill. That pump kick is just nasty. She has about 3 or 4 legit moves that are all devastating moves that are done on her, jabroni wrestlers. Her what's what I'm looking for? Her opponents. There we go. I'm not for sure who she's kicking there in the face, but it's pretty legit. But yeah, Jade. Yeah, her and Jamie Hayter, and the girl I'm going to show here at the end, I'm collecting now, and Ruby Soho. Those are my girls right now. Then we got Dax Harwood slapping the taste out of Ray Phoenix's mouth, it looks like. I've been watching Dax Harwood and the Cash Wheeler, Renee Paquette video right now on YouTube, her podcast, and it's been pretty interesting to watch. And then last on it comes a canvas is a gold, right there, gold, Darby Allin. This is a short print. So it's a short print because I think everything after 30 is a short print, so 30 to 40 is short prints. And then this is a gold, so it's even more of a short print because golds are a variation of the original space. So there you have that one. I'm a huge fan of Darby Allin. And then last is, I showed one of these in the past, but this is another one. And I didn't know what the variation was until I had it in hand. So I got this in the mail. This is Ember Moon, aka Athena, who now is their Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. So this is out of 199. This is 184 on card autograph when she was with NXT over there WWE. Ember Moon. So there's that, which is pretty cool. And this is the base. And I'm gonna try to go for the rainbow. I don't know about that, but here is a green parallel, which I did not know the difference. This one's based out of 99. This is 62 out of 99. But the reason the way you can tell is that over here is those green borders. You see the green borders, and this one does not have the green borders. So everything else is exactly the same, but this having the green borders makes it a short print, or 99 out of 100 or 99 cards made. This one has 199. So anyways, that's what made it different. But you would never know if you're just looking at that. There's nothing that tells you this is a lot different than this one right here. You have to look at them together and be like, oh, I get it. So anyways, guys, there is that one, Ember Moon, who now is Athena, which I believe that's her real name. I could be wrong, but I think that's her real name. She is the Ring of Honor World Champ. She beat Mercedes Martinez, I believe, for it. So anyways, guys, that is it. My AEW, aka AEW wrestler lot that I picked up. Let me know what you think below, as I like to always ask. Comment. It's my biggest thing, but if you want to like it, you want to share it, that's great too. No big deal. But definitely let me know what you think below about these AEW wrestler cards. And until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.